I guess it wasn't a glamorous existence, but it was steady. We played our part and knew our place. Most folks didn't see us much, but we liked it that way. Life had a rhythm. We danced the dance, a symmetrical dance of the right and the left. The good days were when we were out in the sunshine, flying through the air like birds. The bad days were dark, wet and crumpled. On these kind of days, my darling and I would long for the solace of the drawer, clean and neatly tucked in peaceful coziness. Being a sock means taking a lot. Sweat, yes, the norm, but blisters and bloody sores are not uncommon and leave us soiled and often stained. Fungus growths come and go, and let me just say they are unpleasant chaps, rude and insensitive. Not what we like to call good sock company. You gotta know your place in the sock drawer, know your tribe and your station. We were the everyday sort, nothing fancy, standard denier, average height, mid-grey in colour. Others were different. There were the sports socks, with their engineered padding, graphic logos and boisterous personalities. The formal socks, silky, intricately woven and smug. Oh, and of course there were the bed socks, all chunky and chilled and taking up the drawer space disproportionately. So when Ruby and Luke arrived fresh from the wrappers, they had a lot to learn. We didn't think much of them to start with. Nothing particularly special, except their bright yellow hue, of course. Every day started with the great choosing, a moment we came to respect and fear. You were either grabbed or not, chosen or left alone. Chosen, and your fibres were stretched and you were penetrated by a large foot. So that day, Ruby and Luke were taken and went into the bright light. Of course, the thing about that is where you end up afterwards. Nobody liked this bit. Here you were strewn in your single form and abandoned with God knows what. Pongy sportswear, overexcitable t-shirts, and the worst, the underwear. There is nothing more repulsive to a sock than a stinking pair of used pants. The places it has been are unspeakable. I shiver at the prospect. But in that God-forsaken place, you were tossed and left to ferment in this unsavoury company. A sock's purgatory.
Hi, I'm new. Can you tell me what happens next? How do I find my partner, my Ruby?
Oh, hey, Lefty. Well, we'll need to wait a little bit, and then we'll be taken to the machine.
Oh, and how can I find Ruby?
Pretty hard, I'm afraid. I guess you'll just have to wait a little and see.
Oh, gosh, what happens in the machine?
Oh, I'm sorry, Lefty. Did no one tell you about this bit? Sucks. I don't want to be the one to tell you. But I guess we're about to find out. Now just remember, if you get lost, go and find the Sockosaurus.
What?
The Sockosaurus!
And the machine. The machine is part of a sock's reality. Something to be endured, but something terrible. Every sock dreaded the machine. It was a metal wheel with holes in it. You were locked inside, and once the door clicked, the water came. Flooding from every hole, it drenched you in raging, soapy gushes. But the worst was to come. Once flooded and drowning, the spinning begun. Socks get dizzy easy. Socks hate to be spun. But the machine is where socks do spin, violently. The machine experience never gets easier, in time. The first time, though, is the worst. For Luke, it was no different, and the pain that no sock can bear, the separation from their pair.
Ruby? Ruby? Ruby, where are you? Ruby?
Now just remember, if you get lost, go and find the Sarcosaurus.
Find the Sarcosaurus? How do I do that?
Hello, I'm looking for Lady Hairbrush.
Well, I'm looking for Ruby, my righty soulmate.
Oh no, have you lost her? That was irresponsible.
It's not my fault. I was tipped into this terrible metal wheel thing and awful things happened and now I have no idea where I am. And perhaps it was irresponsible you lost your Lady Hairbrush.
Well, I'm easily flickable.
Well, looks like we're in the Simmer situation. I was told to find the Sarcosaurus if I got lost, whatever that means.
Sarcosaurus? What's that?
Not sure, actually. But have you any other ideas? Let's go this way.
The Sarcosaurus was a legend to us sock folk. There was always whispers about it. A great goddess of the mighty sock proportions, residing in the hinterlands of the domestic territories. Mighty and magical, she ruled a tribe of talented socklets. Unpaired, psychologically scarred from the machine, proud, dusty horns, out of sight and lost eternally. But no one in our rock had ever seen them. Socks disappeared and never returned. The rumour was that they were
What's that?
Don't know, but I don't like it.
Who enters my temple?
It is I, Luke, the lefty, a sock from upstairs, and here with me, Madame Elastic, in the servitude of Lady Hairbrush.
Ah, Lady Hairbrush. The boudoir variety. And an odd sock? I suppose you'll have to come from the machine?
Yes, your high sockiness. It was a terrible experience.
Yes, terrible indeed. We disapprove of such practices here.
You don't have to go there?
Ha! Ah, you little yellow sock. I do not, and none of my socks do. We are free!
That sounds good.
Yes, little yellow sock, it is. Join us in a tribe of free socks. Never will the fate of the laundry basket or the dreadful machine be yours.
Well, perhaps, but I want to find my Ruby first. Ruby and I belong together.
Oh, romantic little yellow sock, how sweet. The condition of my tribe is we live in oddness and unprepared bliss, little yellow sock. Our sockettes are free from their pairs, and glad to be. You will come to realize what a drag pair can be.
I could never be separated from Ruby. She is the toes to my feet. She's the right to my left. We belong together.
Oh, jeez, how gushy. I'll join your tribe of socky greatness. I'm not a sock, but I'm a handy elastic sort.
You are most welcome, madame. Now, little sock, what are we going to do about you? There is a way back to find your little yellow righty, but it isn't pleasant. It involves another ride in that machine of yours.
Tell me.
Well, listen closely. You must enter the great outside and risk the woof of woofs and penem molasses. You must find the stone hut, and inside there are the machines. Once you have reached the place, there will be 3 baskets. One for the whites, one for the darks, and one for the colours. You are a colour, yellow. You must wriggle and wriggle into that basket. Make sure it is before Tuesday at 4 p.m. That is when the weekly colours are inserted into the machine. And once you emerge, you will be hung on the line. Your Ruby should be there, waiting for you.
So that is exactly what Luke did. And he was reunited with Ruby on the line. How they rejoiced. They were tucked lovingly together, all dry, clean and smelling of lavender, and gently inserted back into the drawer. The sock community were fascinated to hear of Luke's adventure and learn all about the Sockosaurus. And secretly we all dreamt of joining the wild socklet tribe of the Sockosaurus. We hummed the tune. We thought a single sock life might be quite liberating, and of course no proximity to smelly underwear in the machine. Whoopee! The end.
In the mornings, I go for